Angel and company lost that game badly, so the question becomes, how often is she going to deflect blame after a tough loss onto racist comments?
Skip Bayless just dropped a truth bomb on Angel Reese, and honestly, it was long overdue. After Reese once again tried to play the victim in a rivalry she helped create, Bayless called out the entire act. He pointed out what many have been thinking. The WNBA seems afraid. Instead of protecting their true star, Caitlin Clark, they're allowing overly physical play and fake drama to take over. The stats speak for themselves. Clark's games are packing arenas while Reese's team struggles to fill even half the seats. If you're Team Caitlin, drop a CC superstar in the comments below. Let's go.
But here's the issue facing Angel Reese. After bad losses, she sometimes publicly plays the victim.
The Chicago Sky were crushed by the Indiana Fever 93-58 on May 17th. Angel Reese made headlines, not for her performance but for her post-game comments. Reese came forward with serious allegations, claiming she'd been the target of racist fan behavior throughout the season. She described hostile crowds and suggested she was being harassed in ways that went beyond the game. But that's when Skip Bayless stepped in, publicly calling her out. He questioned the legitimacy of her claims, especially given the lack of concrete evidence. As many began digging deeper, Reese's narrative started to unravel, almost as quickly as the Sky's defense collapsed, trying to contain Caitlin Clark.
First things first, let's hear what Angel Reese has to say. Let's hear Angel Reese. And if you guys pay attention, listen to her voice and listen to how she's on the edge of breaking down. Very funny.
Hate speech.
Yeah, obviously there's no place in this league for that. I think the WNBA.
Let's also watch the nervous body language, the nervous twitching. Yeah.
Our team and our organization has done a great job supporting me. I've had communication from everyone, from so many people across this league, and being able to support me and going through this whole process. Obviously, it could happen to me, it could happen to anyone, and I think they've done a great job supporting us in this.
How did it affect you Saturday, trying to do your job, trying to play, and having this going on simultaneously?
Yeah, obviously it's tough, but I think I have a great support system. I'm loved by so many people, and obviously in the moment it's hard to hear, but my support system is great.
His original claims focused on experiencing racist harassment from Caitlin Clark fans, particularly during the blowout loss in Indianapolis. She described hearing hostile comments near the court and suggested it was part of a recurring pattern of abuse she's faced as Clark's primary rival. What made the timing questionable, however, was that these allegations surfaced immediately after one of the most humiliating defeats in Chicago Sky history, a game in which Clark recorded a dominant triple-double, while Reese struggled to make any significant...
What do you think the league's response just coming out right away and getting that investigation going?
Yeah, obviously, like I said, they understand that this isn't the priority. Obviously, there's no place for this, and they preach. I think 2 days before they put out no hate, no speech. And obviously, the women in this league, they know that, and know there's no space for that. And I believe that every player in this league deserves to be treated with respect and want to come to work and just have fun and have a great environment to work at. So I think they've done a great job putting that out, and we're obviously just going to respond as they need to.
Were you able to?
Damn, I really wish Angel Reese would talk and step up about all of her fans calling people all these nasty names. Oh, how being silent is such a blessing. Such a blessing it is to be silent and have nobody being critical of you.
Is where Reese's narrative starts to fall apart. The WNBA launched a full investigation into her claims, and their findings tell a very different story. After gathering input from fans, team officials, arena staff, and conducting an extensive video review, the league issued an official statement. They stated that they could not substantiate any reports of racist behavior as described by Reese. That's not a small detail. That's the league essentially saying her allegations don't align with the evidence.
Headline: WNBA unable to verify, quote, hateful fan comments, unquote, toward Angel Reese. Okay. Here's the league statement. that was issued. We have investigated the report of racist fan behavior in the vicinity of the court during the May 17, 2025 Chicago Sky at Indiana Fever game. Based on information gathered to date, including from relevant fans, team, and arena staff, as well as audio and video review of the game, we have not substantiated it. The WNBA is committed to fostering a safe and inclusive environment for everyone and will continue to be vigilant in enforcing our fan code of conduct. Boom.
Skip Bayless dissected Reese's story piece by piece, and his breakdown was nothing short of surgical. While he acknowledged that racist comments do exist online, stating, "I don't doubt she's heard some in arenas and read plenty of racist remarks on social media," he took issue with the context and timing of her latest claims. Bayless questioned why Reese chose to spotlight these allegations immediately after a humiliating 35-point loss on May 17th. Why raise such serious accusations at that moment, especially when the WNBA's own investigation found no evidence to support?
I believe the league conducted an extremely thorough investigation of this alleged incident. The players in this league are 60+% black, and the WNBA is and should be extremely committed to protecting its players from racist comments made to players in the arena during games. But here's the issue facing Angel Reese. After bad losses, she sometimes publicly plays the victim.
Bayless also pointed out a troubling pattern he's noticed with Reese. After tough losses, she often deflects blame by referencing racist comments she's encountered online. He cautioned against letting those remarks impact her game, saying that you're not obligated to read them. Don't allow them to imprison you. You don't have to read them, you shouldn't read them, and you shouldn't let them into your psyche. His message was clear. Stop using social media harassment as an excuse for poor on-court performance.
Out of bounds at Angel after she and Caitlin got into it. She jumped up as she was in the right to and tried to go at Caitlin and was restrained by her teammates. I don't know if anything was said. I have no way. I just have to go by what the WNBA said, which was no evidence.
The evidence continues to stack up against Reese's version of events. Video footage from the game shows a typical crowd atmosphere. Nothing resembling the hostile environment she described. Witness accounts from arena staff and fans further contradict her claims of widespread racist behavior. And then there's the timeline. If the harassment was truly that blatant and constant, why didn't anyone else report it during the game? Why did it only become an issue after the Sky suffered one of the worst losses in franchise history? At this point, it looks less like a genuine concern and more like a manufactured controversy. Reese appears to have created a hoax to divert attention from her team's disastrous performance and her own lackluster showing on the court. Rather than acknowledging that Caitlin Clark and the Fever dominated in every aspect of the game, she chose to frame the narrative around a racial incident that, according to the WNBA's investigation, simply didn't happen. The league found nothing because there was nothing to find.
Were racist remarks intended for Angel that night on social media? I'm sure some were. They're always going to be there. But should any of those kind of remarks be used as excuses or blame deflection after bad losses, especially to Caitlin Clark? Look, I'm obviously white. Maybe I just don't get it, but after a while, you say to yourself, come on, Angel, not every single time. That game on Saturday was live on national TV on CBS. The New York Liberty are, of course, the defending champs of the WNBA. But the main reason that game did a massive TV rating wasn't Breanna Stewart or Sabrina Ionescu. The main reason, obviously, is by far the biggest draw in the WNBA. The reason just about every Fever road game is moved to that city's NBA arena, that reason, that player is obviously Caitlin Clark. The Indiana Fever, in the loudest, most intimidating arena in the league, got screwed 3 times, not 2, 3 times in the final 12 seconds of a very close game, and obviously got robbed at home, in that home. Fever coach Stephanie White, after the game, called the no call on Bonner egregious. It was. And the foul call on Lexi Hull disrespectful. It was more than disrespectful. Yet neither White nor Caitlin Clark addressed the no call on Caitlin's final shot attempt, probably because they've learned not to fan the flames of resentment against Caitlin Clark any more than they rage already. Liberty at Fever game came down to 3 very late calls, all of which went against Caitlin's team, the home team, in the loudest and most intimidating arena. The Pacers got those calls, not the Fever. So help me out here. 12 seconds left. Caitlin Clark made a sensational bounce pass through heavy traffic in the lane. Just a wizard pass to Duana Bonner, who appeared to get tackled as she shot. Not block shot, just tackled, just rammed. No call. What? On the other end, Lexi Hull of the Fever did a very nice job of just staying right with Sabrina as she drove to her left, did not appear to make any significant contact at all with Sabrina, with body or hand. Foul on Lexi Hull with 2.2 seconds left. What? What foul? The Fever did have a challenge left. I immediately tweeted, challenge! But the Fever, I didn't know at the moment, had no timeouts left to use that challenge. No challenge. And Sabrina, who had just missed 2 free throws, stepped to the line and made both of these. New York up 2. Way to go, Sabrina.